So today we're having breakfast at the hotel. What hotel, you might ask? Well, Green at, the little at sign. They're very trendy. They're very Insta ready in today's social media times. Green at Buriram Hotel. Where is Buriram, you ask? Good question. It's a province in Isan. I talked about Isan before in the videos I did with Sean. Isan isn't on a map anywhere in Thailand. It's like saying the Midwest in America. You're not going to really see that on a map. It's the middle section of America. Isan's the northeast section. It's the rural agricultural section. I've seen lots and lots of corn here, and I assume they grow rice here too. They seem to grow rice everywhere in Thailand. Anyway, we're at the Green Buriram Hotel. In the little breakfast room, which is also the reception area. It's nice little seating, I don't know, maybe 10 tables. Pretty green, scenic place right off the main road, Route 288. We have a nice lake out by the building that has the rooms. I'll show that later. But we're here for breakfast today. So I decided, because I've been kind of stuck around 120 kilos, which it's not bad. It's still 50 pounds down from what I was in the States, but I'd like to get down to 220 pounds, even 100 kilos even. So I decided while I'm here in Buriram traveling that I'm going to at least, and I think she'll do this too, of course, being Thai, eat nothing but Thai food. So instead of the normal, I'll quote, American breakfast, which is not really American, an omelet, hot dogs, chicken hot dogs typically, which I never had a chicken hot dog in my life until I came here. And then some tomatoes, which is British, not American, and I think a piece of bacon. So I skipped the typical, quote, American breakfast and went for a Thai omelet, which is basically an omelet with fish sauce. Fish sauce replaces salt, no big deal. Chinese sausage, which is kind of sweet, and I like it. And I forget, there was one other part to it, but yeah, omelet, sausage, Thai food. I'm having Thai food breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the whole time we're here, and we'll see what happens. So the reason we're here, my girlfriend's younger brother, just got married, I don't know, a couple of years ago, pretty recently, to a woman who was divorced, had a child already, and she got a brain tumor. It's one of those horrible things that happen in life every now and then. So she passed away about 2 days ago from the tumor. So we came out for the funeral, which is happening. Thai funerals are different than American funerals, and it happens over several days. And she is going to be cremated. So I think that's happening today. Buddhist monks come and chant. I'm actually going to be going with her today, so I'll film as much as I can without being in the way and intruding or being obnoxious. So here's the coffee. Oh, that's pretty. I like pretty coffee. Yeah, chai. Look at that. So yeah, there's the coffee. Looks good. Anyway, yeah, I'll film some of the funeral today, but that's why we're here. That's why we're in Buriram. That's the province that she's from originally, but she's lived in Chiang Mai like for 10 years now. So really, she's more of a city girl now. But this is where she came from. She grew up in the country. So here for a funeral. I drove the whole way, 14 fucking hours. The older I get, the harder it is to do drives like that. Jesus Christ, it sucked the life out of me. My back feels like a 90-year-old man's back after driving for 14 hours. And I have both of my cars rented out, my daily drivers, the Camry and the MG5 that I just bought a month ago. To go down south on a long distance trip. I bought the car to go on a long distance trip. It's rented to a customer through Sir Jeffrey, and Red Ride. So I'm driving a fucking 10-year-old, 11-year-old Nissan March, one of the little pregnant roller skates. That's what I had. That's what was available. So I drove a subcompact car, 870 kilometers and 14 hours drive time in the seat. And then the house where everybody was meeting last night was a half hour away. So after driving 14 hours, got to the hotel, and after she took a shower, 15 minutes later, I drove a half hour to drop her off, half hour back. So that made 15 hours. Then I came back. I had something to eat, stopped and grabbed dinner. Came back to the hotel. I took a shower, and she called and said, I'm ready for you to pick me up. So I drove another half hour, pick her up, half hour back. So 16 hours. Only a little yesterday. That's why I'm a little soggy like a cornflake this morning. But yeah, we're gonna go to the funeral today. I think she actually gets cremated today. She said fire, so I think that's what happened today. So that's the update in Buriram for a funeral. This is breakfast at the Green at Buriram Hotel. Okay, so there's the Thai omelet on rice. Thais have to eat rice every day, especially Burmese. And then Chinese sausage, which, like I said, is kind of sweet, sweet sausage. She got the same thing. We're eating the same today. So I'll dig in and I'll let you know. First things first, Maggi. This is basically liquid MSG. Tastes like soy sauce. You know, that's how you get salt. It's a flavor enhancer, MSG. So I put it on my eggs and my rice. So I'm gonna flip the omelet up, coat the rice liberally with the MSG. Yeah, how does my heart not explode? I don't know. And then put the omelet back on. Ding, 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 ding. So, yeah, Maggi makes everything taste better. It's just the way it is. To me, just plain rice doesn't get it done. I like the soy sauce flavored, basically, rice. Because MSG makes everything taste more like itself, so it's great on meat, steak, whatever. It just intensifies the flavor of the steak. Rice doesn't really, to me, have a flavor. So by putting like a soy sauce like flavor on it, it gives it flavor. Salty rice. Huh. Yeah. You can't lose with Maggi and the rice. And then sausage. Really good. Really good. It's got the sweet, which, as I said before, you wouldn't think you want sweet for breakfast, but it's not candy bar sweet. It's like carrot sweet. So it goes along with savory food. Breakfast is usually a savory meal. It's fun. And it's big. Chinese sausage I've had before has been really small. You can see they cut this from a pretty large tube. So yeah, thumbs up, really good. And once again, I'll shoot the rest of the hotel, and I'll just put this up as a video, breakfast or hotel review. Green at Buriram. I'll shoot the room. The only thing I don't like about the room is it's Japanese style mattress on the floor, like a platform bed. So being fat and 59, it's a thing to get up, but whatever, I'm dealing with it. So all right, that's it for now. All right, so leaving the reception area / dining room, here's the parking lot. That's the neighbors, another hotel, and then either another hotel or apartments on that side. They do have the barrier of the trees, which helps a little bit. So if you're wondering why I'm not my usual jovial self, but full of energy and vim and vigor, that's the pregnant roller skate that I drove here 14 fucking hours. Nissan March. It's one of my little rentals, but as I said, that's all I have available right now since the MG and the Camry are out. And you see that there's a Honda Jazz right next to it. So I mean, that's what people drive here, is these little fucking roller skates or trucks. The men can't drive a pregnant roller skate. Their dicks are too small, so they all drive big pickup trucks. So I didn't just say that, by the way. Just edit that out in post editing. Oh, that's right. There is no post editing. So here's the building with the rooms, and there's smaller rooms with the Japanese style bedding, as I mentioned. I'll show you the interior, but I wanted to show you the lake. They have a little walking path and a nice little lake. Something I'd never seen before is the 3 little picture frames hanging up by a wire. I don't know, so I want to throw a football through them. I don't know what they're there for, but that's what I want to do: is grab a football and try to draw it through one of the squares. But it's nice. You hear the little fountain going, very serene. Little picnic table down there. You can sit, a little bench, sit out by the lake. Yeah, they got benches over here too. So cool. Little lake view. Our room is supposed to have a view too, but I haven't opened up the curtains yet to check, so we'll check that out when we're inside the room. It's more of like a marsh back there with like fucking lily pads and shit. A little path you can walk around. That's cool. Very quiet, very nice, peaceful, scenic. Yeah, cool. So nice little place so far. You know, we spent one night here. I pulled in yesterday. Like I said, she took a shower, dropped her off. I spent literally 5 minutes in the bed, and then went and picked her up, and then I crashed almost right away. I was fucking exhausted from that drive. So, but yeah, it's a nice place. I always do prices. Probably how much? I want to say it's 1,200 baht a night. So we're talking about $40. With the exchange rate so high, a little bit less than $40. I'll put it in the description as usual. I guess maybe 36 or something like that, because the exchange rate's pretty high right now. So 1,200 baht, which is less than $40. All right, inside the domicile, we walked down a little hallway. I'll give you the shot. Yeah, walked down the hallway and came in room 106. Little luggage trolley, shelf, whatever. A couple of hangers. Put your clothes up. Safe. Got a little room safe. Obviously in Thailand, not every room has that. There's your sink. Plenty of room to put your shit. Speaking of places to put your shit, there's the turlet with the bum gun. Decent shower, got the overhead. Nobody ever uses the overhead here, but most of them have it. And then that's an instant hot water heater, which is prevalent in Thailand. The window opens outside for fresh air. Two level, 2 drains, 1 drain for the bum gun, and 1 drain for the shower. A mirror, which is very, very important if you're a little short Thai lady, because somebody likes to look in the mirror a lot. Not sure who. Yeah, Chai. Refrigerator, a small fridge. Coffee station, although we just had coffee at the breakfast, so we're fine. Snacks, you cannot go anywhere without snacks. So we got snacks that we bring with us. That's you see there's a little step up platform from the tile floor. That's what I was talking about, Japanese style. The bed is literally on the floor. Not my thing. I don't like it, but whatever. She's like, do you want to move to another hotel? No, I'm fine. Not a fan, but it's okay. Aircon works good. 2 nice lights, kind of cool looking. Small TV, but big enough. She watched her quote Thai movies last night, which is not movies. It's soap opera, horrible soap operas. Oh, that's a view. Okay, that's a beautiful view. Keep going. Brought my laptop with me. Don't step on it. There we go. Oh yeah, a nice algae swamp. That's the garden view. So. Yeah, yeah. Ah, okay. She said, "Why you no tell me?" Because I guess we were supposed to be on the other side, and when we checked in last night, they made a mistake. Because if that's the garden view, that's the saddest garden view I've ever seen in my life. Whereas the lake we were just looking at was actually pretty nice. So I guess she can ask if we can switch rooms, but it's a decent place. I mean, it works. And I made a mistake. I said 1,200 baht because when she originally sent me the hotel and said this was close to where we needed to be, it was 1,200 baht. But when I actually booked it on Agada, it was like 850 baht, 860 baht. So it's even cheaper than 40 bucks, 30 and change. Once again, I'll put it in the description. But this is it. Green at Buriram.